Hey guys, if you have an HSA or an FSA and you are trying to figure out how in the world am I going to stay organized with knowing what I have in my account and how much I've spent, this tracker is a perfect solution for you. This is available in Google Sheets and Excel. I'm going to show you how it works, and I think you will be able to be super organized this year. So this is the dashboard, and then this is the tracker. This is going to be the instructions once the YouTube video is done. The link will be in here. So this is the dashboard. It's going to show you how much you have in your HSA or FSA, what your balance is. It's going to show you what deposits, the total amount of deposits you've made in there, and then how many expenses you have completed. This is going to show you your expenses by category. So if you have spent most of your money, 34% in vision, it's going to show you that. And then you'll see coming up after that is your medical, and then after that's dental. Your expenses by type. So far this year, it shows that this person has spent $350 on vision, $225 in medical, and then $200 in dental. The next are prescription, preventative, and mental health. Now, if you wanted to change these categories, if this isn't going to fit for you, then we can fix that as well. This is a very editable, and we can change this up very easily. So for example, so we have at the very beginning, we have the date. So you can come in here and double click if you're in Google Sheets, and you can choose what date that you made any activity on your HSA. You can choose the drop down box and choose if you made a deposit or withdrawal. The type for the deposits is always going to be a contribution. And then the location for this, we're just going to say this was the employer. And then your description would be something like monthly deposit. Payment method, probably ACH, because that's going to be just like an automatic direct deposit into your account. And then say you get $500 a month. Maybe you get less than that. Maybe you get more. So let's just say 600 for fun. Once you put that in there, it's going to add up your total deposits here. And then you will see your HSA balance grow. So say if you made a deposit of $1,000, then your balance is going to grow. The paid, that column right here is just for expenses. So we're just going to ignore that for now. Sent for reimbursement, let's ignore that, and reimbursement amount. All these three are actually just for the withdrawals, but we wanted to have this all on one sheet just so that you can see visually what's going on with your HSA. So ignore this if this is expenses. Claim number doesn't apply, and notes. If you wanted to put some notes, you can, and then receipt folder. So if you have like a folder, like the best place would be to scan your receipt if you received a deposit, or if you made a withdrawal, or any sort of claims. If you wanted to scan that receipt and then put that somewhere in your cloud, on your computer, wherever you feel comfortable, or if you want to just say the receipt is in the folder on my desk, wherever you guys keep your receipts, that's a really great way, because even with an HSA, what you could do is just keep depositing money in there and not use the expenses right away, and you can actually keep those receipts. And definitely, and if you wanted to withdraw out later on, you can do that as well. That's what we are currently doing. We're like holding on to, we're actually investing our deposits into our HSA, and we're not spending those. We can keep those later on, and then if we needed to pull out anything from our HSA later on. Now with an FSA, you can't. I think that you pretty much, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you need to keep that for and try to spend that by the end of the year. Okay, so this one we're just going to do a quick sample so you can see what the deal is for an expense. So we're just going to say the date is going to be April 1st, and then we're going to do a withdrawal, and then type if this is going to be medical. So say we went to the dentist, and so we are going to go to the dentist here, and this is going to be, regular cleaning. And then how did you pay it? Say I put it on my debit card. Nothing for the deposit. Remember, this whole column is just for the contributions. And so say that you paid this out of your checking account, or so you paid, so say the bill was $200. This part here says, did you send this in for reimbursement? Yes or no? Check it off. And then did you receive the full reimbursement amount? Did your employer or whoever is in charge of managing that fund approve this expense? If yes, and you received the whole amount, then perfect, you get your $200. Then this will actually take the money out of your HSA and it will remove it. So say if we did 0, we're at 1,040. If you took out the 200, now you have a balance of 840. If there's a claim number on here, you can put the claim number and any notes. You can put notes about, hey, I need to go back in 6 months, or hey, I had a hard time sending this in for reimbursement, whatever notes you need to do. And if this isn't big enough, you can always take this and see how the arrows come. You can click and drag to the right, and then you can give more room for notes. So say, come back in 6 months, whatever you need to do, or, tell my employer something about the receipt, or ask if they received the reimbursement. Whatever you need to do is fine. And then the receipt, again, if you needed to make a copy of the receipt or the claim number, if you wanted to put that somewhere, save that, and then you can have a link to your folder here. So again, your balance is going to be here, your total expenses are going to be here, and then your deposits are going to be here, and then your dashboard is going to show and reflect the same. So it's a really, really super easy sheet to keep track of. Now, if you are going to be using Excel, it's going to be slightly different. If you're going to see the Excel sheet, it's going to have no checkboxes. So you'll just have to put an X for yes, I sent it in, or put the date for the day that you sent it. That's going to be that. And then also it's really not fun because in Excel, these little pretty colors from the checkboxes don't show up. So it kind of looks blank. It literally looks blank, and then you have to click into the box for you to see the drop down. So that's not fun either. That's why I like Google Sheets better, because it's prettier. And then the dashboard is going to look a little bit different. You're only going to have one chart, not two. So that's the only difference there. But essentially it will work and keep up with your HSA as well. So I think this is a wonderful way to keep track of your HSA expenses, to keep you organized for this year. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm at savvyandthriving.com. I have lots and lots of trackers and planners and templates, things for tax deductions, home and business. And I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching my channel.